Welcome to HOIA, healthy, organic, inspired Asian food and cooking. I'm Diane Yang Kirk, and today we are making a Korean vegetarian kimchi soft tofu stew, also known as sundubu-jjigae. This hearty, flavorful, spicy stew is a Korean favorite for a reason, and this HOIA vegetarian version has all the flavor and all of the healthy. If you like what you see in this episode, make sure you give the video a like, and if you want to see more healthy, organic, inspired Asian recipes, make sure you subscribe and give that bell button a ring. Let's get started. We are making a special broth with umami flavor for this vegetarian version of this tofu stew. Normally this tofu stew is made with meat or seafood, which has a really great flavor, but this broth is an amazing substitute. You can of course use vegetable broth, but I definitely recommend taking this extra step. In my small pot, I'm going to add 4 cups of water. My water's already boiling, so it's gonna help my cooking process a little faster. And to that, we are going to add some sea kelp. You might remember seeing this in the miso soup section of the Japanese appetizers episode. Check it out. I'm going to cut a square about the size of 3 by 3, something like that, and I'm gonna drop it into my water. I'm also going to add 1 teaspoon of soy sauce. I'm gonna let this boil for 10 minutes. Fish out the sea kelp. And it definitely smells a bit like the sea, in a good way. Then I'm gonna turn off the flame and add 1 tablespoon of miso. Mix that in there and let it dissolve. And there's my broth. Next, I'm going to chop my vegetables for my stew. I have onion, zucchini, and mini oyster mushrooms. Check these out. They're meaty and delicious. 1/2 of an onion, 1/2 of a zucchini, about 1/2 cup of chopped mushroom. If you can't find mini or even large king oyster mushrooms, regular mushrooms are fine. Just make sure you cut them into large enough pieces so you get the meatiness from your mushroom. This is a Korean clay pot, and it's really cool because you both cook and serve in the pot. I'm going to start by turning on the flame to a high heat and adding 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. And to that, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of Korean red pepper. It's also known as gochugaru, and it is a powder. It's a bit spicy, so add to taste. If you can really handle your spicy, maybe use 2 tablespoons. I'm going to use 1 tablespoon, and you can always add more later. Give that a stir around. And to that, I'm going to add 1 garlic clove, crushed. Love it. Then my onions. I'm already starting to smell the fragrances of the red pepper, the garlic, that sesame oil, and the onion come together. I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon of sesame oil because there is no other oil in this stew. My mushrooms. I'm going to mix that together. Smells so good. My zucchini, and of course, kimchi, because this is a kimchi tofu stew. 1/2 cup. This is a 1/2 cup of my special broth that I pre-made, and I'm going to pour that in with the rest of the vegetables. It's better to start with less broth, and you can always add in more later, but because this will actually have a stew-like consistency, we don't want too much liquid. We're gonna let all the flavors cook together and allow the vegetables to soften for a few minutes. This is sun tofu, which is a Korean extra soft tofu. Now, if you can't find this at your Korean grocery store, you can always just use extra soft tofu. I love how this comes in a packet. It's just like a popsicle ready to go. And I'm going to squeeze my tofu in to the clay pot. There we go. Next, I'm going to break up my tofu. Not into teeny tiny pieces, but I'm using a metal spoon so that it's a little easier. Just kind of break it up, doesn't have to be perfect. And with that, we're just going to mix it up with the rest of the ingredients. The tofu helps make the soup into a stew. If you're a vegetarian and you don't eat eggs, you can absolutely leave this part out, but if you do eat eggs, go for it. I'm going to crack my egg and just drop it right here in the middle. I'm only going to leave the pot on the flame for about another minute or two, so that way the egg is still really runny when it's served. So when you eat the stew, you have a few options with the egg. One, you can break up the egg and it will cook because the stew is really hot and the clay pot is keeping all the heat in. Or you can eat around the egg, and by the time you get to the egg, enough of it will be cooked to have a really beautiful runny yolk. The stew is bubbling and the clay pot is hot. I'm gonna use these and remove it gently onto a clay pot holder. And I'm just going to quickly garnish some green onion. When you serve your tofu stew, you should definitely serve it with some rice. I have brown rice with some black sesame seeds on it, and also a spoon and chopsticks. If you've ever been to a Korean restaurant, you might notice that their utensils always include a spoon. In Korean table etiquette, it's not polite to lean over when you eat or also to take the bowl up to your mouth. So therefore, it's helpful to have the spoon along with your chopsticks to bring the food to your mouth when you eat. Tip for you. And there you have it, a healthy and delicious vegetarian sundubu-jjigae. I recommend putting this delightfully enjoyable vegetarian tofu stew recipe on your to-do list. HOIA! I'm done. There's something weird in my mouth.
Is that your tongue?
Tongues are pretty weird.
An umami flavored broth. I'm going to give the egg about a minute or, oh my god, it's spicy. Over the flame, yeah, over, under. When you serve your tofu stew.
Can you pick it up when you start, just so it looks like a natural transition?
Okay. Not that.
Super natural.
Oh, I was right.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Oh.
Well, what do you know?
I recommend putting this delightfully enjoyable vegetarian tofu stew recipe on your to-do list. HOIA!
So close! You haven't danced at all this episode. Can you give us a dance really quick?
What's a tofu dance?
Give it from the side. You gotta do it from the side.
What's the tofu dance?
My tofu dance.
Good. Masterful.
Did I do that? Me? If you enjoyed this episode of HOIA Food and Cooking, please like this video and share it with your friends. New videos will be going up each week on my channel, so please subscribe to see the latest delicious, healthy, organic, inspired Asian food recipes. I'd love to hear from you, so please comment below and tell me what you loved about this video, and also what dishes you'd like to see me prepare in the future. HOIA!